is it December already? How has it come round again so quick? I don't know about you, but the last year seems to have gone by in a complete whirl. Yeah, it just felt really strange this year, and I don't know why that is. So, as you know, it's traditional that I give a little Christmas message at this time of year. Oh, my voice is going a bit. So what do I want to say this year? Well, last year I talked about how things are tough, and they're still tough. There's no denying that. A lot of small charities are not in existence anymore. A lot are considering their future. And that's really hard. That's hard for the people who work for those charities. It's hard for the trustees of those charities. And in the end of the day, it's going to be really hard for the beneficiaries of those charities if they're not there anymore. And that's a really tough decision for any trustee board to make, to close a charity, realising that they can't fulfil the purpose because they've not got enough funding coming in. So what can we do about this? Well, first of all, I've always been a big advocate of collaboration. There are a lot of charities out there and lots of them do very similar things. So rather than competing for funding, maybe you could work together. Controversial, I know, but maybe you could, maybe that would help. Maybe you build those new connections, those new networks, find different ways to help your beneficiaries by linking with other charities. And why not? We're all there to serve higher purpose that's more than the organisation we're in itself. We're there to serve our beneficiaries, and surely our beneficiaries deserve to be helped, not just by ourselves, but by other charities that can help them as well. Surely they deserve that. What else can you do? Well, talk to people, talk to the people in your organisation, see if they've got any ideas, because a lot of the time the people who've got the best ideas are the people who are doing the work day to day. And that can really help. So just look at things like systems, processes. Can we do this better? Could we do this differently? Could we make use of technology? Could we outsource this if this is not particularly our core purpose? And that's another thing, looking at the things you are actually doing and if they do fulfill your charitable purpose, or if you just kind of drifted into doing them because you need some funding and this was a good way to get it, and it's not directly linked to your charitable purpose, there's kind of a tenuous link there. Maybe think about that and maybe review that going into next year. Is that where you want to be as a charity, or do you need to find different ways of delivering your service? There is also, on the positive side, there is also a switch from some funders to around more core funding, which, as you know, I'm a huge advocate of. Charities don't run on fresh air and goodwill. They just don't. As I always say, nobody works in the charity sector for the money, but the people who work in the charity sector do need money. So it might not be the best paid job in the world, but you get those other rewards. But those positions, like all the back office positions, still need funding. If you've got a chief executive, their salary still needs paying. If you've got somebody working in finance, or somebody working in fundraising, or somebody working in admin, their salary still need paying. Not necessarily directly attributable to a project, and it might not be particularly glamorous, but actually those roles still need paying. They provide a vital role in supporting the charities. I always say that finance isn't a means to an end. It's an enabler for all the other great stuff that a charity does. So maybe start to look at some of that stuff. Funders, if any of you are listening to this, please provide core funding. If you're not already doing so, it is so, so important. I can't emphasize that enough. And how can charities grow their unrestricted funding? Well, that's a challenge, isn't it? Many charities take a scattergun approach, trying to do everything from individual fundraising to community events, to corporate giving, to grants and donations, to this, that, to the other. But actually, sometimes, if your focus is spread that wide, you just kind of need to narrow it down to just a few things and do them well, rather than trying to do everything not particularly well. What else? I'm going to come back to that collaboration. I think collaboration is just the key. And if we can all work together, we can actually make a difference to the lives of our beneficiaries and change society for the better. So that's the end of my little Christmas particular rant, my little Christmas message. And what I do want to wish you is peace and love going into this holiday season. It's challenging for quite a lot of people, and others absolutely love it. But let's just practice that peace, love, tolerance, and that kindness to others and kindness to ourselves. Thank you very much.